Uncle Roger, what do you want?
We're at the Cup Noodle Museum in Japan. The Cup Noodle.
Hello, 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 my friends. It's wonderful to have you here. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. I hope you are doing well. We have a frillish to start off. We have the pink frillish. There's two colors of that one. So starting off for our pokey catchers, you have potentially a variant that you don't have. I hope everybody's been doing well. I've been really trying to kick the butt of jet lag this week, and I feel like I'm mostly getting there, but man, I had a couple rough days. Yeah, thank you. Bear with me. And thank you for your patience this week as I've been kind of like getting my ish together. I hope you all have had a good rest of your week. I'm quite excited for tonight. I was just like, we've been playing a few like roguelikes. Adam and I have been chatting about like Dungeon Crawler and stuff like that. And, I was still kind of like missing Japan a little bit. So the idea of like doing Dave the Diver, which we have the roguelike elements, but we also can get in some of the like sushi making and stuff like that. It just kind of seemed like a great sort of synergy there of some of the things that I was searching for. So we are going to be starting off with a taste test here. So one of the things that I was able to do in Japan was go to the Cup and Noodle Museum in Osaka. It was really quite enjoyable and very economical, I must say. You get to to enter the museum is free, and then to design your own customized cup of noodles was about $5 Canadian. So I'm not, I wasn't getting too much of an artist, but I drew my kitties and I wrote their names in katakana in Japanese there. Oh, ladies, hello. Happy weekend to you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the subscription. Resubscribing at tier 2 and subscribe for 51 months. I appreciate it. How are you doing? We're going to be starting off with a taste test. Yes, get your lurk on. But yes, so this language, there's a few alphabets in Japanese. This one is one of the phonetic ones. So each one is like so you can see these like more complicated symbols down here. These ones are kanji. Those ones each represent a word in themselves. But these ones are just sounds. And so there's two alphabets in Japanese. Ones that sort of denote that it's a Japanese word, and some that denote that it's like a loan word. So, for example, here we can see, mai kapu new doru factory. That's kind of a hard one to say in Japanese, but factory. There we go, factory. And so same characters. So it's when you're translating a loan word into Japanese syllables that you use this katakana. So that's what I wrote down as my cat's names. So Runa and Rocky in here. Put a little heart for my kitty cats there. I saw some people doing like fine art on their noodle cups. I just kind of did some little cats myself. But then you got to go and so it was very food safe. Like you kept the lid to keep the cup clear while you were doing your designing. And then the lid only got removed when you were actually going to fill the cup, and it was all done by workers. So they added the noodles. You got to help like compress them into the cup. And then you got to pick your broth. There was a few choices like chicken, beef. There was like a chili tomato. I picked curry broth. I'm a huge fan of Japanese style curry. And then you got to pick your toppings. I picked green onion, pork, kimchi. I think that was it. Green onion, pork, kimchi. Maybe there's something else in there. Maybe it'll be a nice surprise for me. And then they did like the full shrink wrap. I did remove the shrink wrap just so that I wasn't like crankling right into the mic here. But so we're gonna open it up here. You can see all my bits on there. You can see there was garlic chips. That was the last thing that I added. You can see some of the toppings that we added. I found the Cup Noodle Museum very, very fascinating. My kettle here. Because the cup noodle is considered to be the #1 invention to have come out of Japan, which is pretty impressive given all of the many, many advancements that Japan has given to the world. But cup noodles represent such a like advancement forward in food preservation, in some of the principles that they used initially to have cup noodles. They now translate over to like space food. It's just considered a very high level of like convenience to deliciousness. And, it was kind of a wartime invention, the cup noodle, as a way to, have some more like fresh food, or like fresh tasting food, while while times are hard, essentially. Momofuku Ando's discovery of cup noodles, is considered the top invention overall, like above any like computer chip or car or anything. So we're gonna let the noodles chill a little bit. I am going to step away just for a quick second to put my kettle away, just in case a cat wants to jump up on the desk, which they might. So just give me one quick moment to clear this out of my way so that I won't be accidentally scalding any kitties here. There we go. Oh, bonking the desk the second I turn on the mic. Classic. So I actually took a look and I found a little YouTube short that has a nice little description of kind of what it was like to go to the Cup Noodle Museum here.
Noodle Museum in Japan. It only costs 500 yen to make your own. The first step is to design it. I was never good at drawing. Instead of placing the noodles in the cup is placed on the noodles so they don't fall to their side. Now, almost like a Subway sandwich, you get to pick a few toppings you want for your noodles. I made mine with chili tomato, corn, and shrimp. The lady insisted I choose another topping, so I added a ton of these fish cakes. To preserve the noodles, we have to seal the lid and then wrap them. You'll then put them through this little machine and then wait about 10 seconds. The machine will violently throw out your noodles, and then you can take them and eat them just like that, or put them in this inflatable bag to store for later. We're at the cup. So
yeah, that's essentially kind of how the whole process worked. You buy your clean cup from a vending machine, and then workers will direct you through the like art noodle application, topping selection, and then eventually the shrink wrapping process as well. This really worked out well because I was really wanting to do this tonight. And earlier today, we were out for with some of Amp's coworkers. We were doing like pizza party kind of stuff. And I kind of left it being like, I could eat like a little bit more. and then I was like, oh, good news. You planned ahead and you were going to eat cup noodles tonight. So it was serendipitous in a way. Gonna give this a little bit of a stir here. It's looking pretty good, actually. Well, probably pretty close to eating time. Just giving this a stir. It's still like slightly hot here. But it's really, really starting to look nice. That curry broth smells divine. For those who haven't had a Japanese curry before, it's a little bit different than like an Indian curry. It's a little bit more of like it's roux based, so it's a little bit more like a thick gravy. I love it. It's just like bursting with flavor. I was trying to think when's the last time I bought myself like a cup noodle. Lately, when I buy instant noodles, I just get like the ramen or ramyun, Korean ramyun packages. I can't remember the last time I've made one like in a cup like this. But I think it's ready. I'll give it a little test. Pretty hot, so I'm gonna just proceed with caution here. Ooh, that curry broth is so good. It's very special to kind of have your like own customized version of what you made. So, eating noodles. In Japan, they have a very different etiquette than we do for eating noodles, and they slurp their noodles. Whereas, like here, slurping is very not, typically not preferred for etiquette reasons. I'm a decent slurper. I'm gonna not do it in the mic for the sake of your ears. I didn't do a very good job of slurping. I talked myself up and then I couldn't follow through. But that's delicious. That curry broth is excellent. Let's try it with some of the bits in here. The kimchi or the pork, whatever we can get. It definitely does feel like this is something that I kind of like would have designed myself. While I'm munching away, why don't we get a Stream Raiders battle going here? You know what? I believe in us. Let's start off with a question mark battle here. But we also have a Pokemon spawn, a Trubbish in chat. Oh my god, what was my quest? I just looked at it. Artillery. Yes. Okay. Feel free to hop on in and join me if you like. Maybe a chill on this while I'm having a couple more bites of noodles here. There we go. That was a slightly better slurp that time. So yeah, I guess if you were designing your own like perfect cup of noodles, what kind of toppings do you think you would put in? This basically like, especially like garlic chips. Big fan of that. I probably would have been pretty close to perfect for me. Man, what a comfort food day I have had. Pizza and then cup noodles. You know, we've had a really cold snap this week. We had a day or two of like extreme cold. I think we've earned it. Man, it's impressive the texture on the like freeze-dried pork. How it's like rehydrated. It really is impressive. It's like really like an actual little chunk of meat. Very like the texture is correct. It's almost like throwing me off a bit. A lot of the cup noodles I tend to buy don't have a lot of meat in them. So it's I'm highly impressed with what they're giving me here for meat. I'm such a like weird person. I love like broth. I love stuff that's savory. I feel like how some people can carry around like a mug of apple cider all day on a cold day. I feel like many days I could just have like a mug of broth to be like sipping on. Probably not the worst for you. That was a really good slurp. A plus. you guys have anything exciting going on for the weekend? I think it's going to be a pretty... I know I'll be seeing a handful of friends with, kind of a Christmas get-togethers and stuff like that. But aside from, like, the outings, we have, like, a few errands to run. But then just kind of, like, getting caught up in some stuff around the house. As I've been, like, jet lagged this week, I feel like I've really been behind on a bunch of things. I have, like, some messages and emails I gotta respond to. I have a bunch of chores I've been putting off. I'll definitely do some like meal prep for the week. It's kind of nice to have a few things in the fridge. This time of year, people are like so on the go. And sometimes you're kind of coming back to the house late and stuff like that. So just like having like a stew or something ready to go will satisfy pretty well. Hey, Sadriana, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Friday to you. We're doing something kind of special. Recently, I was able to take a trip to Japan, and we're eating. I went to the cup noodle factory and was able to design my own, like customized cup noodle. So I made a curry broth, and you get 4 toppings. I picked pork, kimchi, green onion, and garlic chips. So we're doing taste test right now. I'm really happy with it so far. Delicious. Sorry to be starting off the stream with a little bit of eating. We're gonna be hopping into some gaming soon. We're gonna be playing Dave the Diver. I talked about how I was kind of feeling roguelike-y with like Dungeon Crawler. A lot of people are playing Balatro these days, stuff like that. And the combination of like, I am having some withdrawal of being like in Japan / feeling like a roguelite. I was like, Dave the Diver, we're gonna like catch some fish to make some sushi. It seems like a perfect combination here. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Sadriana. It's, sounds trite, but like one day at a time, and it will get better. I'm happy that you were